It's the Lately Show with Florian Strzeletz.
Welcome back to the Lately Show, this time with our international edition, where we usually take a look over the fence. Lately we've asked a lot, why is this show not on Facebook? With Facebook, more people would watch you, like you, or do whatever they do on Facebook with you. Yeah, that's right, more people would watch us, probably, but here at the show, we don't like Facebook that much. And the reason for this is that we think Facebook has become a network mostly of hate, fake news, and people being randy about how many likes they have. Please don't get me wrong, I love the idea behind Facebook as a start. A beautiful way to get in touch with people you once knew in your past, but you some kind lost them on your way growing up. And to find these people, Facebook is perfectly made for. You lose some people in your life because back in my days, nobody had an email address. In my days, around 1850, sending a post telegram was our Twitter at the time. But let's get back to Facebook. Facebook doesn't earn a lot of money just because some people find their old classmates are posting pictures of the cat. No, Facebook makes a lot of money when people are using Facebook for every stuff you can imagine, like posting, liking, and Facebook doesn't care what people are posting. It could be another funny cat video or someone negating the Holocaust. Facebook just doesn't give a shit. And shit is what is happening at Facebook lately. A lot of shit, a pile of shit, highest number of cat videos in my timeline. Because many people are using Facebook not only to communicate with friends or the world, it's more a digital dick measuring contest. Look, my car, my house, my wife, my tiger, my personal pope. Hey, my tiger eating my personal pope. And the biggest stupidity overall is that we give our data to Facebook and all the others for free. They don't have to move a finger to get our data, and they make money off our data. And they make a lot of money, so much money you can make movies based on internet cat videos. But giving away our personal data is one thing. And in a way, okay, because we, as the people, doesn't give a fuck about it. But what concerns us most is the current huge wave of hate and fake news on all these networks. And that is really disgusting bullshit, which is happening right now. People get threatened by trolls and bullies, especially on Facebook. Did anybody of you try to erase a hate comment on Facebook? Before Facebook tries to do something against that, Donald Trump will become an honest businessman. You may ask yourself now, why in the hell Facebook and all the other players are not doing anything about this hate and fake news problem? And you are right to ask. For example, Facebook. They try to hide all this hate comments and fake news behind the constitutional right of the freedom of speech. It's the First Amendment in the United States Constitution. Something so important to Americans, they put it just before having the right to own a gun. So you may see now how important the freedom of speech is to them and how easy it is to hide behind it. Come on, Facebook, when someone writes a comment to kill someone, to rape him or her, to tear him or her apart, that is not freedom of speech. That is going to be a crime. But Facebook still doesn't give a shit. As long as it keeps the wheels of Facebook rolling, as long as they made a lot of money with hate and fake news getting posted and shared millions of times, they will not change a thing. And fake news are also a huge problem, especially again on Facebook. But don't worry, other social networks like Twitter have their own big liar who post fake news 24/7. One example why fake news are so dangerous, they could really harm people very bad. During the US election campaign started a rumor made up by someone on Reddit. This rumor said that Hillary Clinton and her campaign manager not only running a campaign to become the first female US president, no, they also run an illegal child porn ring in the basement of this pizza place. What a huge pile of bullshit. Hillary Clinton, who fought her whole life for justice for everyone, head of a child porn ring? You're fucking kidding me, is what everybody should have thought about this fake news. But not in this world. A guy who believed that in the basement of this pizza place was really the HQ of an illegal organization ran into the place with a loaded assault rifle, ready to reveal the crimes he believed Hillary made in the basement. This guy was ready to hurt someone, even kill someone, just because a fucking piece of shit made this news up on Reddit. First of all, it is Hillary Clinton we're talking about, so it's automatically a fake news. And if this fuck with a gun had used Google, Google would have told him, first, this news was fake news. Second, the pizza place even has no fucking basement. And finally I told him to submit his gun at the next police station and to go to a library to read a fucking book. Yeah, Google can do this now, thanks to the millions of data we already gave them. But let's get back to what Facebook and all the other players can do to eliminate fake news. And you should know now that they do nothing about it. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Facebook, said that it would be very hard to work on a technical solution to prevent fake news from spreading. He also said that this would be a philosophical problem. You're kidding me? I didn't know that Facebook was just an altruistic gathering where "sorry mate, but you're an ass" was the hardest insult made. I thought that Facebook was a company worth billions of dollars, which was only founded to make a lot of money, and their only philosophy was "get me to the fucking money." Maybe I was wrong. Sadly not. Facebook just doesn't give a shit. And the only funny thing about this, despite the great technical problems Facebook was mentioning earlier about eliminating fake news, is that a small team of programmers made this thing happen in only 3 days. A tool which can validate real news, so you can see what is real news and what is not. So students can do what Facebook can't? Mark Zuckerberg said lately that they are trying to do something about fake news. Mostly that people or bots who create fake news are not getting paid by the revenue they generate with their own fake news. What a fucking joke, but that's Facebook. We really shouldn't be surprised by that reaction by a company who started as a website where people could score other female students. The fundament of Facebook was sexism bullshit. And when you build up a company on bullshit, you should not be surprised that the company is bullshit in the end. And that bullshit is the most used content. If Facebook would really do something against the hate and the fake news, they would lose probably a huge amount of users they need to make cash. And to be honest, millions of social bots would be unemployed. And millions of haters and trolls had to leave their parents' basement with no direction in life. What a crazy thought. And that is one reason why we here at the show are not on Facebook. Sometimes it's better not to follow blind millions of other people. Sometimes it's better to decide to go the other way, to stand out of the crowd. See you next time.